social media, online usage and behaviour rather than their knowledge of IT, I should stress. So we need to ask them, how you use it, who are you talking to? As the Louise mentioned, getting involved. It will always help. Because their life changes. Vine is gone. It created a wonderful millionaire out of Shawn Mendes with his song Stitches. He put 6 seconds of it on Vine, and then DeGeneres discovered him, and he's now a millionaire. So all our kids, I'll put a video on Vine. So more pressure to have a. That's why YouTubers exist. But their life will change. Musically is there, very, very popular. Here's the big thing with things that were most popular today, from reception up until say year 6, was Roblox and Musically. You've all heard of those, or some of you heard of those probably. The problem you've got with it is they allow strangers to send messages. So I always say this to the wonderful students. Well, I'll tell you what, with your parents, do a bit of research. Make it exciting. You write down on a bit of paper your favourite games, your favourite apps. And then, like on an Excel sheet. And then write down whether you can use it with the internet off. Or does it have to be on, or is it both? Do it together. And I told them, well, that means what the designer has said is, I want you to use the internet for this game. Why? Because at some stage, either does or will allow interaction between other users. You can see how the app progresses from being like a little acorn. But certainly Bike Race was an app that allowed you to race a bike, and suddenly messaging popped up from children. So I stopped playing. I didn't want that. So turn the internet off. Can you still use the app? Yes. That means it's quite safe, because there's no internet. Or is it one of both? Just a bit of reason for you to find out what the popular ones amongst your children. I told them the 4 that I use: Coindozer, I use Six, I use Balls, and I use Geometry Dash. I don't know whether you've heard those. I can use all those without the internet. I enjoy them. They know them, but they will move on. But you can do a little test on them. So whose responsibility is it? Well, as I've said, it's not really ever going to be industry and organisations, because, no, they're not in the UK, so you can't legislate anyway. You've got parents. Well, chosen few here, but most parents, 60%, have no idea. Schools, there's that legislation with government go, oh, come on then, what are you doing? But it's the easy option. Poor old schools get it all the time. So I turn it around to the pupils and you guys and say, well, what about you? What choices are you making? Can you justify that choice? I wouldn't use that expression to a year 3 or 4, but you get my drift. What are you doing? Oh, right, okay. Well, you may have bought the game, so can you. For the next 2 years, I will sit playing this game, and 2 years of your life you never get back. I don't know. That's how it must be. We must make sure we go and play it together to make the right choices, to build up an empowerment that they may have. They will always want to run to the computer. These are some of the YouTubers, the Zoellas, the Alfie Days. And Alfie does the pointless blog, and it really is pointless. That's my only decent joke, and none of you laugh at it. But there's the post on my daughter's wall, or the Stampy, Mr. Minecraft. They could be foreign, they could be Tyler Oakley. I mean, some of you will know these people, yeah? Some of you will recognise them. Have you ever bothered to watch their videos? Anybody? Yeah, which one? Stampy. Oh, Minecraft. I'm so glad I've got daughters. My mum could be daughter.
Apparently these grapes taste like actual candy floss. Bobby tweeted about them this morning, did you say?
Yeah.
He tweeted that.
Zoella and Alfie. Alfie created that little video blog for Zoella to celebrate her 11 millionth subscriber about grapes that taste like candy floss. Who sells them? Waitrose. Who went to buy them? They taste like, they're amazing. You've got to go and get some. Product placement you see on Coronation Street. That's why I need to make money. My daughter is the swimmer. She wants to be a blogger. Well, I've got no problem in that, because it means she might be able to look after me. So yeah, but I want to do it correctly. You have a decent camera like Peter's got. Don't do it, because these people are millionaires. But they're not dangerous. But it does mean, of course, when we look at YouTube, they get into that void, which is, I want to watch more and more and more. And what do YouTube now do? You watch one film, what happens at the end of it? Next one starts. They don't even have to select. So, Safer Internet Day was knowing this and saying to our wonderful students, well, go and ask, get permission first. So I've said that so you can reiterate that. Well, I don't mind you watching that, but before you get to number 6, which has got nothing to do with what you searched for in the first place, ask me. Things like that. Just parental boundaries. In the academic world, this is what I wrote about. I'm not going to spend that much because I spoke about it already. The risk will be in everything we do, from the operating systems to the apps. They're there. But don't be frightened about it, because risks are risks, and we deal with those every single day of the week. Every minute of the day, of some sort. The danger will only come, as you can see there, from behaviour. It could be illegal behaviour, it could be inappropriate online behaviour, through the 3 C's. So as long as we intervene as parents with our wisdom about it here, what are you doing? Who are you talking to? Right, okay. Well, can I do that? Can I join in? Clash of Clans, closed group. Anybody in a clan here with the kids? Who's in a clan? Come on. Clash Royale. Who's playing Clash Royale? Yeah, come on. You all are, aren't you? But it's a closed group where your child or children are, and they'll be having their little messaging, and things could go wrong in there. There could be bullying. It could be people being mean. Well, if you're in there as well, you'll see it. I always say to the kids, why haven't you invited your mum or your dad into your clan? Oh no, they'd be embarrassing. So what? Start early. So the earlier your child's age, now it's brilliant. You can start early. Go, oh yeah, you want to join a clan? Do it for you. Come on, let's go. Hours of your life you're not going to get back, appreciate it, but it's worthwhile. One of the best ways to bet. Then you've got things like, well, look at FIFA, the FIFA leagues that they go into. Or WhatsApp groups that they create. They're closed to us, unless you get in. My wife created a family group when my father-in-law, she didn't invite me. So what was that all about? Well, you're always here. I never let her forget that. So you're always here. Where do you want me to go? It's a closed group. Because one thing will happen, if they get into areas of danger, the next stage will always be, unfortunately, harm and exploitation. Bear in mind what's put down through legislation, bullying, grooming, medicalisation. It's a bit bigger than that, which was my bit of writing after they changed it. So I just want us to be in a position where we can actually minimise the risk through controlling it, understanding it, risk assessing. I don't say that to the kids. You have to become a risk assessor. But we know what we're trying to do here. Because the risk can actually be, as I've said already, through technology, through things like synchronization, through GPS, synchronization mainly in Android phones. But certainly if we can start to be in a position where we want to prevent damage to their online reputation, which means effectively protecting their digital tattoo, that means they're acting in a way, they're not going to put them into areas of exploitation here or here. That automatically makes them safe. I'm not trying to oversimplify it, but it means us being involved. And all the way back to Louise mentioned, get involved to protect their online reputation. And then we can prevent. That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing. I'm not stopping. Last resort, yeah, I totally agree. Take it away. I've got no problem in that whatsoever. But what's gone wrong to get to the stage that you've had to block or take away? Because for them, the risks in online is everywhere. You know, I always get the giggle when they see that word. Interesting, not that word, but there you go. But they're all sexting. Because it's an adult word. It's that awkwardness that we all felt when we were children and we were watching TV with your parents and a sex scene comes on. So, oh, awkward. That's how it is when you talk about sex, and it's the wrong word to use. And I use, as you'll see, sexy selfie, and then you've got all the others. So we want to make sure we really define accurately, because you as a parent like me will always worry about those words, the selfies, the addiction, the overuse, etc. But there's new adjectives in their world, like catfishing from the program Catfish, which some of you will watch or be aware of, that heightens or shows individuals that have created an online presence that it's a false or fake one, so they can actually let somebody else down. They show adults, and a TV crew identifies as, well, why'd you do that? Oh, I go to secondary schools. Not today. Lots of people who watch Catfish here in the senior school, but they don't do it. But in some schools, they say, oh yeah, we go catfishing at the weekend. That's horrendous. Because it's going to damage their online reputation. Forget the fact they're being nasty. Spoofing, the ability, your websites that allow you to send a message to somebody's phone purporting to come from someone else's phone. That's just, so anonymity. Ratting, random access, which is the webcams. Random access quite easy through viruses. Vamping. Wonderful response today from the wonderful students when I got to the senior school about how many of you get home on a Friday night and do in excess of 10, 15 hours on gaming. Oh yeah, I'll do that. It's a badge of honour. Yes. But then I've got things like, well, take a break. Take a break. But the problem you've got with it, like on a motorway, tiredness can kill. Well, tiredness doesn't kill. We won't go to bed, me, knackered already. We're not going to go to bed tonight tired and wake up dead. But it's the mistakes you make when you're driving a car tired that causes you to crash and possibly be fatal. It's the same here. If you're going to stay up all night and you're going to be tired, then suddenly it might be, do you know, I will send that message. I will take that picture my new boyfriend or girlfriend has asked for because they love me. Automatically, your defences are down and you're not going to be able to manage the risk, and it will be elevated within the three C's. Because as adults, as I say, I've got 3 daughters. I hate boys. I hate predators. I live in Winnoch. Obviously, I live in the bad side of Winnoch, otherwise I'd be coming here. You know, I live up there. So I mean, to me, boys are banned from Winnoch.